evils of Enferacuse. Welcome in. I am your evil DM, Concleod, and we are here once again in Enferacuse to see what evil we're going to get up to. And we're going to get right into it. A bit of recap that last time we had pulled on a few different story threads, learning a little bit more about locks, learning a little bit more about sleep, learning a little bit more about food, and a little bit more about what happens when you say yes to a random deal a deity offers you of some sort. Well, we'll learn more about that probably over the next several, year or so. Who knows? Um, with that though, one of the last things we did is Doric was handed an invitation to the bicentennial battle that is taking place a week's time in the arena, and he ran out the door to go buy something. I think that's how he ended specifically. But what I we have gained a week of time. There's been a week knowing that there was going to be this huge bicentennial battle. There was the thought from Doric to make sure that everybody took a week to be prepared. So I have asked my players to tell me how they took their week of preparation. So we will start with. We're gonna end with the fighter of the day, but we're gonna start with Zari. Zari, how did you spend your week?
Okay. Well, I would probably I wanted to make sure that Virari had some time to go over the um things I gave him and then give each piece as he's done with it back. So that'd probably be a couple a day process of returning things and depending on whatever he did or didn't get to round two, which is fine either way. Um, and then I guess in my spare time, probably. I feel like I need to work on my skills, honestly. So I think I'd spend the rest of the time training.
Any specific skill you're looking for here?
Um, yes. I feel that I need to work on my history. I know nothing more or less about anything, so I think I would want to work on that.
Can you roll me a d20?
Sure. It's a six.
Okay. Um, you spend your week, other than doing some fun returning things, in one of the libraries in Enferacuse. There are three of them of different things. You thought, well, because you're looking at history, you were going to the official Enferacuse library, which is in Hightown. You spent some time there. You realized that you could read some books on the founding and a little bit about the area. So you feel like you have a good sense of some more information. The only thing you're probably missing is some context. So getting a little bit more of an idea from somebody who's really been there, who can tell you how right any of that is. That's the only piece of anything you're missing right now.
Okay. So I have basic history, events, but I need context for about actually making sense of it.
Yes.
Okay. Let me write that down. Thanks.
You find yourself a little better off and have gained a bit. You just need that little bit to push you over the edge. Um, so then we will go to Grim. Grim, how have you spent your week this week?
Well, sorry. I have barbecue sauce on my face. Oh God, that just reminds me of the meme. So Grim has barbecue sauce on my titties, yes. And Grim has been kind of just going back and forth, doing his civil duties. He's kind of neglected them as of late. Before the adventuring group came to be, he would, check on the orphanage, make sure that they're all set, do all of the, you know, necessary rounds through the city, things that I need to get for the church, duties, cleaning, whatnot, making sure that the headmaster's happy. I assume being in the city and some of the things that I've neglected are my funeral rites and weddings and ceremonies and things. So I think within this week, I'm pretty busy on funerals, marriages, annulments for divorces and things of that nature all throughout. And just kind of like playing catch up on the past couple weeks worth of work.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
1 second. My app is being too slow, so I'm trying to pull it up on my computer right now. I can't, but there I am. Remember. 7.
All right, 7.
Am I adding anything or?
Um, no, this is just kind of just it gives me a general overview. So you're able to get through a not a terrible backlog. You know that some of the others like Pebble have been kind of stepping in to get their hands into things. So you can see that as you're going through the graveyard and giving rites and things, you do note a couple of headstones that are not marked properly, and you could tell they were pebbles along the way. So you do a little bit of just a little bit of nudges over on a couple of those that you needed to. Um, you also found, because you did say you stopped at the orphanage, you did find when you were there that they had just regular scheduled kind of stuff. Doesn't seem like anything out of the ordinary. It did sound like they were going to the Bicentennial Brawl as a group. And you did also see that note last time that you guys had taken. You didn't see that person who said they needed a break at the orphanage. You were trying to catch up to them. You could not.
Ah. Okay. Well, um, I guess I will just kind of move on from that, or keep a note that, if I see them, maybe bringing him some refreshments and stuff as a kind of a break almost in itself.
Okay. All right. We'll go over there. And then we'll go over to Ferrari. Ferrari, how did you spend your week?
Well, first off, I meant to ask this last session because me and Zari were going over the item list of things that were confiscated from my studies from the students last time, and I didn't write it down because it was being read off to me, and just I couldn't process.
I'm so sorry. I thought I was muted.
But probably I would go over some of that, but primarily Ferrari is going to go to the school to find the one student that he had made the arrangement with to start tutoring, that Axiom Kavanaugh kid,
Okay.
and try and do some tutelage for this young one.
Okay. Could you roll me a d20, please?
Of course. As an 18.
Okay. All right. So you're easily able to find them at the beginning of the week and make up a schedule to kind of catch them up. You get to know Axiom a little bit as you go. And you could tell that Axiom is from Enferacuse, highborn, seems to know everybody. When you talk to him, he seems like anytime you mention anything around the city, he seems to have oh, there's that person, and sometimes it seems like they must be familiar on a family level. Sometimes it's otherwise, but just a lot of connection going on. Also, you're able to glean. Oh, excuse me. Well, apparently it's passing around. You're able to gain kind of as you as you're kind of also in and out of that dorm because you're doing some of the studies there. You're able to tell that the Dragonborn, who kind of also was there, is kind of looking and watching. sometimes more than Axiom is. And so even though you're trying to teach Axiom, you can tell at some level you kind of have an additional student that you didn't necessarily mean to address at the start.
Cool. Rory really doesn't mind the little onlooking from the other kid because they honestly appreciate somebody that is taking an honest effort in wanting to learn, even if they're doing it kind of on the sly. He kind of respects that. It's like, oh, I didn't quite remember that. I'll note that, kind of thing. He's like not paying attention, but paying attention without like trying to be noticed. I like that.
You also note the other student who was very standoffish with the glasses. They tend to leave whenever you're there. They tend to not want to be there. The Croson. And you also at the end you do see, though not paying attention very much, there is the goblin child that you pass by who is basically has their head buried in different books as you're there.
Okay. What was Axiom's background? Was he half elf, elf?
Half
I
elf.
can't remember. Okay.
So, yep. All right. That's what you get. You gain some teaching knowledge, and also let's go back because you are at 18. You will gain advantage on anything with charisma with Axiom probably going ahead, because you spent the time doing this kind of stuff.
Cool.
And yeah, we'll kind of keep that in mind. All right. And last, but very much not least, Doric Grand, who has been invited to the bicentennial battle. How have you spent your week that you rushed out to get right on that?
Well, Dorak first off wanted to go see a blacksmith to see if he can get his maul worked on or a new one.
All right, you rush out to the Bay of Blacksmiths in the market, and you have a pick. We were in midday, so you still had plenty of time for people to be open to check in with. Anything in particular you're looking for?
He wants a bigger maul with the weight facing forward, more kind of like a great axe, a little unbalanced.
Okay. When you're looking at shops, there's a lot of different kind of things that have hanging as armaments you can tell that they've built. You do see one of them that also has garden instruments and mauls together. And you do see some heavier ones.
That's an interesting combination. All right, I go there since I see mauls.
You come across someone who is bent kind of into the fire a little bit, who seems like that from the backside they are covered in soot. So whatever they are working on, they're hard at work at it, and you can hear them humming along in there.
I kind of lightly tap on the wall, probably made of wood or something, just to get his attention, but his or her attention, don't know what it was, can't see from behind, to not alarm them.
Now, as you kind of poke them a little bit to get a little noise out there, one moment, and you kind of see them like wiggle themselves back, like they were kind of, if they had worked hard, they would have gotten themselves stuck in the furnace in front of them. You see what appears to be a portly dwarf kind of just pull themselves out, completely bald, with a large, robust mustache that goes outward straight, the tips of which are singed.
You got a little like kind of pinch the end of the mustache.
That helps me make it so I don't have to, trim it. Oh, what can I do for you?
I need a great heavy maul.
Oh, but do you have any specific rocks you're trying to break or, trying to get through?
You could say that.
Oh, all right. Did medium, heavy?
Heavy.
Oh, all right, heavy. Do you have one that you have already a handle on that you appreciate?
Yeah, this one he takes it off of his back. It's been with me for a while. I didn't know if it could be customized as such or if I would have to buy a whole new one outright.
He takes the maul from you. He kind of looks it over. Oh, you've good craftsmanship on the shaft here. I can replace the head, so you're getting much more hit with the rocks are splitting.
I would appreciate that. How much would it cost?
Oh, not too much. We're talking about 2 gold for a brand new one to go on top, fully forged.
Done.
Okay.
And how fast can you get that done?
Oh, it's just a quick. I think I have one forged here already. Hold on, real quick. He turns around and dips his face basically back into the furnace. And he grabs from behind him a pair of tongs and then kind of jabs it in front of him. He doesn't seem to get just at it, then he kind of wiggles his body in a way that gets him actually in there, his arm, to be able to pull out. And you see a glowing hot large maul head with a slice on it. So you can see that there is that. You can also see, give me a perception check.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Perception. 12.
You see the insignia of a flower engraved in it.
Whose banner is that? Or sigil, rather?
Oh, that's ours here at the shops. We pick different things, and because I get laughed at because I make a lot of, rakes and hoes and shovels and things, but they're essential.
You get made fun of for your craft?
Well, a lot of the others stab people with theirs.
I then dig into my bags and pull out 4 more gold, and I slap it on the table. And I'm like, adorn the entire mall with your sigil. Let there be vines and everything, vines and flowers all up and down it, so I can show off your craft.
I need you to roll me a d20 right now.
$19.
Okay. We'll come back to that. You see his face light up, and it's perfectly hot. This is great timing. He turns around to a cabinet that he did not have open, you have not seen, and he kind of opens it up, and you see a wide variety of very ornate tools that are just all sorts of different patterns and different sizes and everything that seems like it's tremendously dainty to everything that looks like it is hard as diamond. So he pulls out a few of those and really just, as he has it on an anvil, looks like he is painting. And as he is doing it, you slowly see vines and more flowers. It becomes from being just a sigil of a flower by itself to a bed of flowers across the back of your maul.
And he just carved it right into. Oh, the metal was still hot, right?
Yes.
Right.
He's carving it in while you're right there. And it seems much more artistic than what you would have anticipated looking around this area of flowers and bevies of things.
And then look at, amazed at how fast and well that this work was done. 3, 4, 5, 6 gold. Whoop. Okay. And do you have any dark red handlewoods? Something nice and sturdy? I think it'll go really good with this.
I do. I have some that came from the top of the mountain. You do have a very, very good handle, though. It's good craftsmanship, but I'm sure I could find something if you really want it.
If you think that my handle is good enough on its own, then I will gladly just take it as is. Maybe a little work done to it, stain it if you wanted to. I just wanted to show off your work with something beautiful.
I have just a thing. Hold it right there. He turns around and he also opens another drawer in this cabinet and he pulls out what seems to be a dark colored lacquer that
There you go.
he kind of lays out what appears to be a sheet of flattened metal that almost kind of makes its own little basin, and with that pours a little bit of the lacquer across it and then lays the handle and rolls it in it. As he is rolling it, he immediately takes it over to the edge of the furnace and starts rolling it a bit in his hands, and it becomes a shined glaze of red.
Ooh.
So you can see that now that there's no mistaking this weapon as something else, and you will see it kind of because of the shine. You'll see it a bit from further away, and with that, he tempers the end of the maul after it is fully bathed in flowers in a bit of water, and as it's cooling, adjusts the handle into it with what appears to be a white stone instead of metal holding the pinion in. That will help you as well. There's good luck in those.
Thank you, I say.
He finishes up and hands you a maul back that feels much heavier. It feels like it can produce a lot more strength and damage along the way. I'd say that you're moving, and you've noted this too in your suggestion of this. You're going to move to this 1d12, but also you're going to note that it seems like that there's just something more to it.
And for the rest of the week, you guys didn't hear a single word about alcohol or meat or meals at a Dorak. It was just straight training. Like, I want to say almost, what's the word I'm looking for? I need help. English is not my friend right now.
Montage? There's a montage.
No, obsessed. There you go. Why could I not get obsessed? Obsessive training.
Obsessive training. Okay.
Just swinging them all outside, coming in, grabbing a meal from big guy, resting, rinse, repeat.
Okay. Still, roll me a d20 because I want to see where level of preparation hit you to.
No, I wasted my 19. Gentleman's 13. I'll take it.
All right. You feel like you have a really good handle on this maul now. The changes that are made, the how the balance is a little bit different. You feel like you have set yourself up to be really. It feels much like an extension of you, like the other one did. So no change in or difference in swing, though this is new and different along the way.
Cool.
Awesome. So very good. All right, and with that, we have made our way a full 7 days to the date of the Bicentennial Brawl. As we open upon the day, you will note that as coming down the stairs, you all have woken up, and there is a nice plate of both fruit, crackers, and wassail on the table as you have woken up this morning. In preparation, seems like that you also are greeted by the big guy there, but not only that, you have Tobias there and Eloise seeming to wish you luck. Are you all going to watch too? Well, you're not going to watch, you're going to go do it. But are you all going to go watch?
She's talking to us?
Well, she's talking, you're let's say we're going to go with the idea that you're all kind of prepped to get up at the same time today.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see someone put that guy who mollywomped my sorry ass down a peg or two.
Holding a grudge, are we?
We were two different types of fighters in a contest. I was not prepared for that, and I acknowledge that he was better in that fight than me, but Dorak is a monster all on his own right. So I think I walk up to you. I would say I'm saving this for when we're about to see you off into combat by like just tap you like on the arm and give you guidance to give you that 1d4 before you go into the fray for 1 minute.
All right. You feel that in your
Barely
shoulders right now.
I'm barely
a little
audible.
bit.
Yeah, there
you
you
were,
go.
yeah, you were off there for a minute, but you're
Oh,
feeling
sorry.
that dice in your shoulders a bit.
Yeah, gave you a little pep talk as I talked about how mad I was that I lost, but how I called you basically the beast, the monster.
I like it.
All right, and you guys are very well fed this week. You know, you've been able to use rations and things. We really haven't made any money for the guild this week, which is pretty okay. Again, there's still things out and about. but you're going to take the money that you have to bring it with you, just so in case there's any neat things along the way to buy. And we'll make our way over across Enferacuse to the arena. Now, most of you remember when the arena, when you arrived in Enferacuse, was still under reconstruction, that there had been some damage to it and not as much use over time, and they were actively getting it taken care of for the bicentennial. And so as you enter back into the square around the arena, you can see the fruits of their labor. They have really outdone themselves to bring the architectures to a stunning effect with banners and really cool entryway pieces that seems like they make it stand out so you know exactly where you should be entering, and you're entering in the sides of two tall standing horses that are kicking. So really cool stuff. And you've reached the point where it is time to separate a bit, where Doric has to go into what appears to be a specialized entryway, and the three of you can head off with the group inside. So, Doric, you make your way in. We're going to join our folks who are spectating first, and this will go in some space of going back and forth a bit to get through the next few bits. So, we'll start with our spectators. You make your way inside. Would you guys like to sit close to the action or up near the top?
I will sit close near the action, and just to let you know, I do have to step away for a quick moment, but I'll be listening.
Perfect.
I think I would stay close in too.
Awesome. As long as you're all close and all together, that's good. You're going to take space that is in the arena on one of the quarters, because it is a oval style inside. You can see as you're looking inside the arena, there's plenty of seating. It would not seat the entire city, but there is a large amount of people here. More so, this is probably the most people you can see in Enferacuse in a single time, unless you're like looking at something parading through the streets. And with that in mind, you can also see down into the arena itself, there are a few different entrances, but all it has really inside the arena is a lot of sand and a few stone blocks piled in different like patterns and things out and around. From your vantage point, you can generally see everything, but you can tell that if you're a combatant, it's going to be a little bit, there's going to be some space where there's some things hidden and things going, so interesting stuff down there. You also see traveling vendors of sorts, and you also see pockets of random things happening in Enferacuse that you can decide if you want to do anything about for a moment.
Like,
Well, someone give me a perception check.
sure.
What's your perception at? Because I can assist you if need be. Because I got a +4 on my perception.
Oh, you're better than me then. I've only got a +3. So I could.
Well, I mean, either I assist you and give you advantage, and I cast another guidance on you, or I do it with your assistance, and I don't think I could guide myself.
I think you could probably guide yourself.
Yeah.
Well, if the
I'd be
DM
fine.
says yeah, I'm like.
I don't think guidance necessarily works that way, but at the same time, you guys are talking about helping each other, so you're kind of talking into just doing it as one of these things where you're working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the power of friendship and teamwork.
Yeah.
So that plus the 4. 23. Ooh.
All right. 23. All right, so this is good. We're gonna lay this out in a lot of ways, and we're gonna say that even though Ferrari, you're seeing these things, you're kind of like jabbing, you're winging and saying like, hey, look at that. So here's a couple things as we peer around the crowd that is inside the arena. You see, in one direction, you see the people that Doric had pointed out as the Hunters Guild. You can see them all dressed with face paint, and one of them holding up a sign that has Doric's name spelled wrong, but it is being held up. You also see right next to them also another person, another few of them have shaved their heads into mohawks and all are holding up a sign that says a shadig.
Is that the other guy?
if I'm gonna give that to you, you do remember that the Mohawk guy happened to be named Ashadig from when you
Okay,
met
I
him.
completely forgot that.
He did break down the door of a meat place upon being told to do so by the group as of late. You'll see around there. You'll see off, Aurari, you specifically see off in the opposite corner in one of the upper tier sections with your eyes, you can see that Granny is up there just kind of like chilling, like holding on to what appears to be a sandwich and just kind of looking down at everything, really excited.
That's cool.
Oh, I gotta do well for Granny.
Yep, you see her in the opposite corner. You got 23. You also see about 3 people over the professor from the academy, kind of just trying to figure out if he can get. You can easily tell if he's trying to get closer to Gran as it goes.
Oh, his game is so off. It's sad. I want to help him out because he seems like a nice guy, but it's Granny. So it's like if Granny doesn't want him, that's Granny.
Yep.
I hope Dork doesn't see him.
You see a pocket of folks in another corner who, based on like teachers and around, you can tell that it must be the group of orphans, and you point that out to Grim that group of orphans is off in the corner with a few monitors in there. Ferrari with a 23, you do see what appears to be a tall twin standing in the back of that group. So be aware.
Oh, my eyes narrow at the sight. I'm just like, gotta keep it cool. Gotta lock it down. Gotta lock it down.
I'm just writing some things about you locking it down. Sorry. Just out of your own regular perception, you note that behind you, because you just kind of looked around a bit, you also notice a familiar cattail moving its way across the bottom of some seating. So you do note that as well.
I would like to go and find Mr. Whiskers.
You see the cattail, and so you're going to go find Mr. Whiskers. Go ahead. He's only like 2 rows up from you, so...
I'll
It's
be
great.
right back.
I was just gonna say it's great. Like I'm like pointing things out, like and then all of a sudden there's just like that anime beep 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 where you were standing, and I just hear "be right back" as up into the stands away. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess me and Grim will be cheering Dork on so you come back.
You definitely are able to make it behind Mr. Whiskers. As you're making your way, you see that basically Mr. Whiskers is every couple people stopping, looking at the back of their pockets, and then moving on. You also see that Mr. Whiskers seems to be holding a pair of earrings in its mouth.
Okay. I would like to... I feel like I'm gonna get clawed, but I would like to scoop up Mr. Whiskers and discreetly like try to make it so that like it's not the earrings aren't visible from his mouth from anyone in front, and then say, "Well, hello," and then in a lower voice, be like, "Been looking for you."
Please give me a stealth up against the cat.
Not against the cat.
Yeah, it's against the cat.
Against the cat.
Oh.
Oh, hey. Natural 20.
Well, either way, you would have won. The cat got a 3. Even with the advances, you were able to sneak up on Mr. Whiskers and basically yoink. And I'm not giving you a sleight of hand for picking up a cat. I'm pretty sure that's fine. You pick up Mr. Whiskers, and with your natural 20, you're able to quickly just kind of slide the earrings off his mouth. Mr. Whiskers is very surprised, and you feel inside your head like, wait, what? Hi. Wait, I'm busy.
That's fine. Just letting you know you are sorely missed at the inn.
Oh, well, that's nice. I can come back there. That's fine. Can I have those back?
Just to be clear, these aren't some sort of telepathically, I guess, to him. It just to be clear, these aren't the earrings of some sort of secret organization that won't be knocking on anyone's door or chasing you halfway across town.
Mr. Whiskers points an arm in the general direction. You look back down the row, and you see that there is um, a woman who seems to be poking their pockets right now.
Hmm. Does she look like someone of importance?
Give me a history check.
Damn that history. Oh, 16?
She is the woman that you saw faint the first time you came to Enferacuse, that screamed bloody murder because of Albert and fainted into Tobias's arms.
Oh, interesting. So in the stadium-ish area or in the inn?
You saw them faint when the door to Albert's cage disappeared, and they realized there was an owlbear running around. That was all by the amphitheater. They fainted, and that you were all dealing with the Albert situation from there on out. But you do recognize the person because they kind of fainted like near you enough to do that.
Huh. Okay. I guess I'll make note of that, but as far as I'm aware, that's probably okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll tell Mr. Whiskers telepathically to keep it clean and relatively, well, as far as this goes, keep it clean. Good luck.
You set him down, and you feel much in your head. Well, that's easy. They sell for better when they're clean, and then he trots off. And Mr. Whiskers then makes their way, and you make your way back down to your seat.
Okay.
As you do, Ferrari, you also note, and you point out to Grim, in the opposite corner also, the young master that you met, Grim, is in attendance as well, seemingly like they're in the most awkward place amongst the crowd that they may have ever been.
Okay.
Now, by young master, you mean the guy that Grim met in last session that they were kind of on the same page about the contact with the gods?
No, the young master that from that you guys went to and helped relieve the thing on their leg.
That dude. Yeah.
How far away is he?
He is probably in the one of the other quarters right next to you. If we were separating this arena into 4 different quarters.
Is it like within 20 feet?
No.
No. I guess I'll walk close enough to get within 20 feet and see if he notices me.
If you go in front, because again, it's like arena seating, you probably could be noticed by kind of standing up and being, just kind of there.
I guess, if anything, the kind of ledge that's right there, I'll just gently walk by and give him a slight nod. But as I run my hand across the kind of pillar or banister or whatever's in front of him, I'm going to cast Flowering, which gives a fragrant scent that I'm going to be basically summoning hummingbirds just to kind of give him little pets to play with.
So hummingbirds are coming around him, pleasantly scented.
It's like these little flowers begin to like bud up on the banister. They all come flying and fluttering down. It's just like a giddy thing. Got a kid seeing hummingbirds up close.
You see that he kind of reaches out, and Giovanni kind of just seems like there's something odd and different about it, but not really phased any more than anything, and notices you there. Thankfully, someone I know. Hi there. First time?
I think it's the first time for all of us here.
My father used to go to these. He said it was important to get to know people and everything. So wanted to do it for myself too.
Hmm.
I appreciate you coming to say hello. Um, hopefully it'll be a great day.
Yeah, right. Who are you rooting for?
Well, I don't. Uh, I didn't look at the poster really long. I think there was um this masked one maybe. That masked one I think is what I'm gonna go for. What why are you shaking your head?
The other one. You should go for that one.
What there was a group. Which one is it?
I point to Doric.
He is away, so you have to describe him.
Oh, I will describe what he was wearing when we came here.
Oh, I can't remember if they came to the house once. Okay. Yes. All right. Yeah. I sure. We that it's good to actually have someone to root for. Okay. That we can do that. You see that now, kind of as you know, like in behind them, cowering, not seeming like they're enjoying it all, is Laura Bell, the other keeper of the manor. She seems like she is very much not really looking to be there.
Of course.
As long as they get it over with, it's fine. Well, I won't keep you. Thank you for coming over. Maybe between the match, I'll catch back up with you.
Yeah. Quack. And as I'm like turning, I just have one of those little loud rattlers. I just do a couple spins on it, like the New Year's rattlers. That's like got a stick, and when you spin it, it makes the clicking sound. I just
We're
and I
gonna
just
say
walk.
we're gonna say you
I
found
walk.
that from a vendor. We're gonna say that.
Oh, I stole it from a child, whichever you wish. Give me
Also,
that.
also could be a thing. So very good. And you also, when you get back, your Ferrari, make sure you're aware that the orphans are over there, and the tall twin is over there on the back with them. So you do kind of clock that that's a thing. But with that, we are going to make our way down to the locker room where Doric has entered. Doric, you make your way through a series of corridors that lead you to a setup for, it seems like there is 8 benches with like a different set of space to hang a few things, to get changed and everything ready to go. So there you do see an open space that has your name on it, and you do see an array of people around you.
Okay. I guess I kind of just go to the area that's designated for me then.
Yes, go right ahead. You can look
All
around
right.
if you wish on your way, but otherwise you can just get there.
Yeah. All I know is I'm here for a fight. That's all that Doric really knows.
Okay. You do see that there some instructions, just that instructions will be provided to you. Make yourself comfortable for your match.
Hmm. Is there anything to eat or drink down here? Some water or something?
You do see a cask of water in barrels closer to the entrance where you came in.
Ah, great. Now I gotta walk back. All right, go to the water.
Okay, you get yourselves a water.
Yeah.
There are people kind of milling about, not very many. And if you want to explore that further, you can. But otherwise, it's easy. You see, there's mugs there to pull yourself up a mug of water.
I do that.
All right.
And I kind of scout around. I'm only here. I don't know exactly all the rules. I don't know if I'm fighting multiple people or just a guy that I want to fight. I just kind of keep a mean mug about me.
Uh, give
Show
me
I'm tough.
give me a quick perception check.
Okay. Yes, I perceive things.
You do see around you lots of folks, but towering amongst them is a tall, familiar, mohawked gentleman that you have met previously.
Oh, that guy.
He does clock you as from across the room since he's taller and you are. He's like, "Hello there."
Hey, I definitely forgot your name, I say as I hold my hand out to shake it.
A Shadig. Looking for
shady.
yes. Looking forward to this fight. This is the place where I shall slay Groku. Seems really happy.
You're gonna do what now?
Slay Groku. I must slay Groku. He must
My
end.
hand state kind of tightens. That's reserved for me.
You have beef with the Wizard of Death? Oh yes. Oh, we must join forces. I don't know if that's allowed here, but I don't care.
I thought that was the name of the bird guy. Damn it, where's my notes?
That is not the name of the bird guy.
Just because it was a play off of Goku, I'm like, oh snap, was I wrong this entire time?
I was wondering if you would get yourself in this mess. I have been waiting a few number of sessions to see if we would.
Well, here we are. I'm not going to double back on my word, so I guess I'm in it to fight Goku as well.
He explains to you that Groku is the wizard who killed his village, and he has vowed to vengeance against them and is on an eternal quest to find them. So he does that in a way that is very, very quick and ends with, "And I must take their head, for I must for the birds." Do you like birds?
Yes, I love birds. Ah, here it is. Okay.
I like birds too. I haven't eaten a good one lately, but that's okay.
I have to try and keep a mental note that I kind of might have put us on another quest line, but this is quickly going to leave Dorak's head later on, and the guys will just be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. That's how it's gonna go. Yeah, sure. He does like say, "I will keep you in mind, looking for you if we're on the battlefield together against the Groku." And he very happily kind of strides away.
All right.
Gotta remember quest to fight Moku. Right.
All right. Now I must now I'm hoping, Ferrari, are you here as well? Can you hear me?
He stepped away for a second.
Oh, he stepped away for a second. All right, then we are going to make a moment of a little bit more happen then for you, because the next part I want to just make sure the whole group's here for. But one of the things you will note as you make your way back over to your area, you will see that there is one person you are very familiar with who handed you this invite. You see the Sparrowkin standing at your area, looking very excited as well.
There he is. There's my guy.
Are you ready to fight today?
I don't know how many people I'm fighting, but I'm ready to fight.
Neither do I. I think I should have looked that up too.
Probably. Oh, you didn't either.
Well, no, I thought that, if it was going to be a fight, we'd just win fight. And also, I thought maybe you and I would still get to fight, which is really what the best part is.
I 100% agree with him. I'm actually starting to like this guy, but I gotta remember that I'm still angry at this guy for beating up Ferrari. So, kind of conflicting emotions going in Dorak right now.
You do see that he seems super excited. He has an area he points out that is across the locker room from you. And looking around, you do see the other individuals who are just kind of milling about. No major thing catches your eye at the moment. So, with that, they do seem like it is time to get your gear on. So, is there anything you'd like to do in special preparation to get your gear taken care of?
I've got my maul. I'm ready to go.
Okay. If that is the case, you will hear eventually a tapping up near what appears to be two flaming torches that are on the end that seems like an entryway that you have not made your way across the room. There is a small platform there, and as you hear the knocks, you actually look over and you see one of the tallest women you have ever seen. And as you get closer, because it seems like they're trying to gather everyone over there, you then hear this.
All right, everyone. All right, now you two in the corner. I can see you casting message to one another. Cease while I am talking. You can go back to gossiping a minute. It is time for our bicentennial battle to begin. I am the event organizer, Enferacuse Stormbreaker, or some of you may know me, the Giant Woman. I was really expecting more applause there, but you should each be chosen for your
I paused it at your face there.
I know this voice.
I'm gonna rewind slightly so you can go back. We'll go from here.
Expecting more applause there, but you should each be chosen for your strange, powerful attributes in order to please the crowd in battle. Some of you have definitely better style than the others, and for those ones I will be rooting for. Yes, I'm talking about you over there in the hat. Oh, it's you, Dorina. Oh, lovely. Anyway. But here are the rules. No killing, no leaving the arena, do not get blood on my
My thing keeps cutting out. Hold that thought. One more.
curtains that I put out there. And no matter what, when you win, shake hands. For the winner, there will be a medal given by the mayor and a great feast in your honor. Be sure to be well and have fun. Any questions from here on out, please see my assistant. No, it's not Dora. Have a good day and have fun, everyone.
And as with that, you see the giant lady kind of make their way over to the side a bit, and then.
Yes, let's go watch. I'm gonna put some money on Dorina. I know that I'm not supposed to at the event. Oh, is this speaker still? Oh, sorry, everyone. Have a good day.
Okay.
And they make their way out hurriedly with appears to be holding someone with a pile of cash in their hand, and they pull them aside with them, leaving their small halfling holding a bit of a tablet in front of them, looking very worried, looking up. Now, did you get all of that?
I just didn't get her first name. Something Stormbreaker.
We'll just go with Stormbreaker for now, because I can't remember what she said either. So,
Alrighty.
but it is a character who exists in Enferacuse organizing events here. That Gray, who's that? Who would you think that is, Gray?
Damn it, I was muted. That's my fiance.
Blight was kind enough to reprise her character who cares about the arena. And they have announced that the rules of this contest are there is no killing. You cannot leave the arena. Please don't get blood on the drapery.
I really can't promise that last part.
And they have left this small halfling holding the tablet in front of you all. Yes. Thank you, Stormbreaker. So there are. This is a tournament. There's pairings. So I definitely I will make sure that you're paired appropriately. Everything's done at random, and they show the tablet. It seems like it has a proper like tournament based kind of thing, so you face one person at a time, and it looks like since there's 8 of you there, you will have, if you're winning, 3 different matches. So with that, well, I'll draw names and you'll be announced. Huzzah, everyone! Hooray! If you want to watch, just feel free to go up the ramp, and there is a space to watch from the side. And with that, they make their way up the ramp hurriedly after the person behind them. So, and with that, you can make your way. You can either decide that you're going to stay in the locker room, Doric, while these things are going on, or you can be up there spectating to know what's happening.
I will go spectate.
Okay. You will make your way up, and those of you who are in the crowd, we will start to hear some cheering as you see a giant woman enter center stage and announce that the bicentennial battle is to begin, and hurriedly make their way off with also a fistful of dollars that they hand to somebody on the sideline. From there, you will see the first folks walking out, and Doric, you'll see that there's a group assembled ahead of you, all your competitors. The first folks walking out is a Shadig who has the mohawk, and a fellow who seems to be wearing a mask. They make their way to the center, and when the small halfling goes, okay, all right, you know the rules. It is till knockout or tap out, or remember we said no killing, or you're gonna lose even though you beat the person. So keep that in mind. But begin. With that, you all see that the person in the mask immediately draws a rapier. A Shadig, who you were checking to, Doric, a Shadig looks very funny at him. Where's Groku? Where's Groku? You are not Groku. Are you Groku? The other person in the mask with the rapier kind of
here we go.
Looks around a bit. No, I am not this Groku. Is one of you Groku? Is one of you Groku? And he's looking over in the stands where you are, Doric, at this point. He does not see anything, looks over there quite intent, and then, well, this is a waste of my time! And he strides off in the opposite direction, leaving the arena out the opposite door.
Yep.
Winner! And the small halfling goes over to raise the hand of the guy in the mask. The guy in the mask wrenches his hand away immediately and is pissed and walks back towards you.
That's valid.
Can't believe this mockery. And he goes to the other side of the seating area.
Mm-hmm.
From there, let's make sure I check these people off as I do this. You see the other guard who also was in a contest with you, the one with the really spiky black hair. He enters the arena up against a woman that is holding a whip. And okay, go for it, fight. They actually have a reasonable contest. You find that the woman with the whip can use it very well. That has an artful ability to get the whip in a way that is both damaging but also restrictive. And at one point, at the end of their fight, basically has him wrapped in the whip in a way where he has to submit.
Damn.
Yep. And she makes her way forward where he does not. The next fight is between your new friend Pan and a elf who is very intently holding what appears to be a very complex bow. And they make their way out into the arena, and as they do, you hear cheers. Now, those of you who are in the stands, you look around, you see some of the cheers, you note, which you really haven't noted before, there are city guard all around, as must be part of the security. When Pan is out there, they are more spectator than guard. You can easily see that they are very engaged for Pan. Ferrari, can you actually? No, you did it. You rolled already. Zara, you roll perception this point.
Sure.
Great. On the opposite side of the arena, Zara, you do note there is also the captain of the guard that you have ran into a few different times. The one that the first day was attacking Albert. He's on the opposite side of the arena. Now that you've kind of had a chance to clock it.
Okay. Is he watching, or is he doing something?
He seems like he's wearing his uniform, but he is seated. So he's working, but kinda. As they enter the arena and the halfling goes, go! The archer immediately starts working out a position behind the rocks that are outcropping this area to start firing. And starts firing upon the young Sparrowkin. The Sparrowkin, it seems very much, has a very good amount of speed to be able to maneuver around the arrows, but they're coming at a pretty decent rate. Even as they try to take to the air, they seem to be easily targeted, and there's no coverage, so they've had to quickly make their way back down to the ground. Doric, from your side of the stage, you see suddenly the air around the Sparrowkin suddenly start to glisten and shine in the air. And as it does, the Sparrowkin, which has been a very brown color on the feathers and talons, starts to change to a very bright white. And you see the feathers change colors dramatically. And even you can tell also because the elf is hiding behind the rocks to fire, they have no idea. Those of you in the crowd notice that bright light, and as you do, people are just in awe of this, whatever's going on. From there, hands just flaps into the air quickly, and Ferrari, you who know how to fly, can tell how difficult it must be to gain the level of height he did and the speed that he did, and gains it rather quickly, and then dives at the archer. Doric, you see this beeline made to the archer, and when they get there, the speed of several punches that take place is astonishing. As they do, you see several body shots, and the last shot in general is a roundhouse of a talon into that archer's face that takes him right down to the ground.
Was I able to count how many hits he threw in that one volley?
You started to, and then you lost whether or not there was an extra 3 or an extra 5.
Fast.
As the archer hits the ground and stays there, the glow from hands just goes away. And he just seems like, good job. He reaches his hand down. You notice that the archer's not getting up. He's knocked out. But he's there waiting for the handshake. With that, he kind of grabs him real quick and shakes his hand unconscious.
Wow.
Good job. Do this again sometime. And gently sets him back on the ground. And makes his way over. And with that, there's a thunderous cheer from the crowd as the guards, the people have just seen this and just are in awe of this. And there's cheers all around.
That's a little wild.
All right. He makes his way back to you saying, awesome. That was a good one. I can't wait for ours.
I'll see you out there.
You too. I'm excited. And he makes his way to go sit back down. He seems to sit back down next to Pan, who is basically holding his head in anger and shaking right now.
The Spike's guard name is Pan?
So I might have misspoke at one point. The spiky guy's hair, that's Pan. Hands is the bird. Hands is the bird.
Okay.
And with that, Doric, you hear your name called, and the name Small Toe called.
Small Toe.
Yep.
All right.
You make your way out, and following the half elf. I'd like another perception check from you, please.
Doo-doo-doodly-doo. Oh, that's definitely performance. Perception. No!
What do you mean no? That was a 23.
No! I wanted that for combat.
Well, good to know.
Why am I perceiving so well right now?
You realize as you have walked out, you feel like you're walking out by yourself.
I don't feel another presence.
You don't feel another presence. You're making your way out. You're out to the center where you've been seeing people start, and the halfling is in their starting position. You're like, what is going on? But with the 23, eventually you see really far across from you in that position that others have been in so far, you would assume to see a person of some level or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What you see instead appears to be a mouse wearing a robe.
Wait. How big is this mouse?
I am talking the size of half of your foot.
And that's my opponent.
That is your opponent. Okay, we want a clean fight. Remember. He looks over at the mouse and is nothing like last time. All right. Begin. With that halfling hasn't usually just backs up. That halfling runs back.
Yeah.
And with that, before we jump, you feel free to roll your initiative, and we are gonna take a break before we jump into this fight.
11 for initiative.
Awesome. Love it. And we will be back in just a moment with where our other opponent is. Come back and we'll see you soon. And we are back into Enferacuse, where Doric is about to fight what appears to be a mouse wearing a robe. And the battle has begun. Doric, you said you rolled an 11, is that right?
Yes.
All right. Well, as you hear the starting push off from the small halfling and then see them run away, you glance slightly over at the halfling to see them, booking it out of there. But in that moment, you also see hands flash up from this tiny creature, which then a streak of a ball of fire starts to make its way towards you.
I'm sorry? A mouse just shot a ball of fire at me.
That is accurate. I need a dex saving throw, please.
Sure.
You still have that guidance if you need it.
Do I still have this guidance since
Yes,
I
you
need
do.
it?
Yes, you
Okay.
do.
Dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the wait.
Do you have any other dice like the Mayhem and other stuff?
I do, but you know what? I'm just gonna take the fireball to the face.
You're not even raged yet. Well, not that that would matter because
It wouldn't stop
yeah.
fire. My rage is not strong enough yet to stop fire. One
Oh,
day it will be.
okay. So you take this ball of fire straight in the chest, which basically explodes upon impacts, engulfing you in fire. You're going to take, let's see,
Jesus.
17 points in fire damage.
Oof.
It hurts. And it is your turn.
Okay. Yep. Did not know that this is how today was going to be started. Fireballs from mice. Got it. Good. Cool. Ah! I rage and I swing at this thing.
You close
Perfect.
you close the distance first, right?
Right.
Cool. Okay. So, make an attack roll, please.
Reckless swinging. Let's see. So that'd be a 17 plus 2 plus sorry, 2 plus what's it called? Proficiency. Where's my proficiency? So that would be a 21 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. I'm also going to use my strike of the hill giants on this hit, which means you have to make a strength saving throw of 14.
So, as you might guess, the mouse has a negative strength modifier.
Yeah.
What was the saving throw for?
14.
Oh, absolutely not. So the mouse is going to take whatever that was too.
Okay, so I roll my attack. Let's get +2 at the end. Ugh. That was a 2, 4, 6 damage plus my d6. All right, 11 damage. Respectable. Because you failed the strength saving throw, you are now prone from my hill giant strike.
All right, so you did 11 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do 11 damage. Also, it's not just prone. You just hit a maul into a small mouse. So you basically knock it across the arena about 10 feet too, as it lays on the ground from your hit.
I'll take it. I'm also going to make sure I'm standing right next to him after he gets hit.
As it goes down to the ground, you see a bright glow kind of puff up on it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and with that, we're gonna do the fun mechanic that is this arena. And so, right now, we have crowds that are cheering and roaring, and people who care about you in that crowd. So we're gonna go. Who would like to use the crowd mechanic the first time? One of you gets to choose to use it for the first time, and we'll do it each round. Anybody who's not Doric.
What's that? I'm sorry.
We're going to use the crowd
mechanics.
mechanic. We need one of you who's going to choose to go first in this. Not it on the nose. Sorry, or Grim.
I don't see Grim.
So
I'm gonna just maintain.
I'm just going to pick one of you now. All right. Sorry, tell me if you would like to help Doric or hinder his opponent.
I'll place my bet on the person I know. We're gonna aid Doric.
All right, just roll me a d20.
Sure. That is. Ooh, nice. That's an 18.
All right, with your 18, you see this massive blow hit Doric and him swing back fire. With that, you start this little Doric, Doric. And because of your 18, the hunters that are out there across that I told you about before really latch onto this. So Doric, you hear Doric, Doric, and coming from this band of hunters out in the crowd now.
Aha!
And with that, you will gain an additional guidance.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. It is the mouse's turn. Did that. You said you got right up close to him, right?
Yeah, I'm standing over the mouse. I respect the shit out of this mouse.
All right. The mouse, you see, quickly runs up to your foot and places it over top of your left foot. And with that, instantaneously, a cone of fire closes over your foot. And I need another dexterity saving throw.
Let's see. Dexterity. Yeah. Let's see. That is a 7, but let me just check my actions. Or features, rather. I have danger sense, which gives me advantage.
Nice.
18.
All right. You are able to move your foot slightly so it does not get charred as much in this case. You take
that mouse is trying to give me the hot foot.
You take 2 damage.
What a class act.
And
all right.
It is your turn.
Okay. I am going to hit him with a reckless attack and great weapon master. So roll. That is a 10 plus 2 for 12. Does 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
I want to use the inspiration. What is that, D6 or a D8?
Inspiration. Using the guidance I gave you, or
the guidance. That's what it is. Sorry. Does guidance give what a plus?
It's a D4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does 16 hit?
It will not. When you swing down, because you see this mouse at your feet trying to light your feet on fire, you just basically swing down. When you swing down, you feel like you're gonna go right over the mouse, and it dings off and it makes a sound off what appears to be the like invisible force that you can't get your maul down to the mouse.
With me watching, did the guy just cast shield?
You would recognize what a shield looks like.
Damn.
Lucky mouse. What's your name, mouse?
Malto.
I see. Let's the battle continue then. Okay. I'm Dorak Rond. Pleasure to meet you.
He is not exchanging pleasantries at this point. Do you have anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Cool. We're gonna go back to mechanics. Grim, are you there? Grim might have.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm here.
Will you roll a d20 for the crowd, and I'm going to have you probably do something as well.
Okay. That's a 19.
All right. Do you want to go in favor of Doric or against his mousy enemy?
I guess.
Also, buff me or nerf the mouse. Got it.
I mean, we've been buffing Doric. Why not nerf the mouse?
You want to nerf the mouse? Okay. All right. So you want to nerf the mouse. You yell out into the crowd to Doric to get that small fry or something to that effect. When you
I cast Taumaturgy, which makes everybody within 300 feet of me be able to hear me. And as a booming blade, as a booming word basically shouts out, I just be like, Doric, he's not even good enough for breakfast.
Ooh.
said that. And you see, Doric, the mouse is momentarily distracted and kind of looking in that direction. You have an attack of opportunity.
Swinging. Recklessly. That'll do. That's a 23 to hit. Nope, sorry. Yes, 23.
Okay, you swing down, and even though you felt that force field before, you suddenly feel it crack on this swing as it hits into the mouse.
Roll. 13 damage.
All right. The mouse is then struck again and feeling the air of your maul. Ah! God, can't believe I fell for that. And with that, it is the mouse's turn. After your last hit, the mouse will suddenly hold up a hand and wave it. And as they do, you will lose sight of the mouse.
I'm sorry, what?
You will see it wave its hand in front of you and immediately lose sight of it.
Do I notice that I just lost it, or did it just seem like the mouse just disappeared?
You are a battle-hardened veteran staring at this mouse. It didn't
Mhm.
run away. It is just gone.
Got it. Hey, is invisible against the rules? Or teleportation? I thought this was like a fight, 1v1.
And with that, you basically can look around, and it is your turn.
I mean, technically, if you make a reckless swing on a target that you can't see, it's an even call, I would think, because disadvantage plus advantage equals single roll.
Screw it, I'm just gonna start swinging wildly, yeah.
I mean, you're bound to pop something in the head, just as long as it's not the ref or another, like a person in the crowd.
Yeah, the ref's long gone, apparently.
He cleared out quick.
You can see the halfling watching from the side where you entered.
That'll be a swing randomly with a 19. Nope, sorry. 18.
Swing randomly with an 18. All right, let's see how he's going to go here. All right. You swing randomly in the direction that the mouse was. You do make contact with it.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Did I roll for damage?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so that is 9 damage.
All right, he'll take 9.
Come on out.
Crowd meter time. Zari, you can see Doric down there swinging at something. You don't see a mouse any or anything. Would you roll a d20 and determine if you want to go for Doric or against the mouse?
We'll go for Doric again.
All right.
Just a 6.
Oh, you did just a 6. Okay. So with your 6, you are able to get a bit of that cheer going that Doric was going. Not as effective as you would have before, but it is still like lingering out there a bit. And so,
Okay.
Doric, you note that they're still kind of cheering your name, but it's not giving you the kind of same effect that it would before. You can get +1 onto a roll of your choosing.
Okay.
All right. And with that, you see above you, actually, let me pull that up before I don't use the right spell. That is the wrong spell. Come on, come here, right spell. Give me a quick perception.
Okay. I'm assuming perception. Bloop. 15.
Okay. You now see, because you're close enough to one of the set up rock outcroppings, that from the top of it, you see 3 glowing darts appear above it. And as they do, they are going to slide all 3 in the air to strike you simultaneously.
Oh. Magic miss.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it gets rolled damage because I can't do anything about that, right?
He attack rolled and he crit. So, these missiles are flying so fast at you, you have no ability to dodge them whatsoever.
Okay.
I thought magic missiles were auto hits anyway.
Yep.
Oh, they're auto hits.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We're gonna get just hit with what we're hitting. You're gonna take 10 damage from all 3. As in not 10 damage apiece, 10 in total.
Yeah. No, that I would just be kind of staring like, huh?
Yep. You feel the force of them as it happens, just kind of like, and as you do, you can see that the mouse is up there now, standing atop the rock outcrop.
Okay, not gonna lie, that hurt. You're really good at magic.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to squish you now. I don't know when I'm gonna stop swinging.
Okay.
And I'm guessing it's my go.
It is your turn.
All right. I come up to him and I swing down reckless with a Great Weapon Master. That'd be 16 plus 2. So that would be 18 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Okay. I'm also going to once again. Actually, no, I'll save that. And I will just.
Are you going to use your Hill Giant swing?
No.
Okay.
And damage. Where'd that go? To the bottom. Come on, more damage. Let me see what total was, because I don't feel like doing math. 13, 15, 25 damage because of the Great Weapon Master.
Nice. Well.
Jesus Christ.
I told you, I'm going to squish him now.
So, as you swing, you jump up to swing down on the rock outcropping where the mouse is, so you can get a full swing on him. You're able to, bash it in. As you make contact with the mouse, you also make contact with the stone. Now, as you do this, you notice, as soon as it makes contact, the pinion of white stone in your brand new maul starts to glow. And as it does, it cracks the stone block that you can tell has been pulled out of somewhere. It snaps that stone also in half, all the way down the 6 foot of rock.
Did he chant my maul for breaking rocks?
You have broken
for breaking rocks.
So not only did you do 25, you actually did 5 radiant damage also to that mouse.
That poor mouse.
Is that mouse still standing by any chance at this point?
I'm counting. Hold on.
If that mouse stands with one hand in the air, I'm gonna just be like, okay, this mouse is ready to fight.
All right.
Didn't kill it.
Where I'm doing okay. So, Doric, you see the mouse falls through this crack that you have created in the stone with the maul. As it kind of gets down to the bottom because it's split apart enough for the mouse could easily fit. You can see it. It slowly, very much puts its arms up against the interior of this little break in the rock you've made.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh, ow. Okay. One more thing. And with that, they are still standing in the middle of this crevice
my
you created.
What is this mouse?
We're going to crowd mechanic. Ferrari, it is up to you. Would you like to help your Doric or hurt the mouse?
Oh, I want to help.
You can tell it's also very damaged, Doric.
I want to help Doric because that was the most hyped, cracking, earth-shattering hammer shot. I just want the crowd to just go into it, just rip roaring.
Can I roll performance while he's doing that?
Why not?
Just like, are you not amused?
No, I'm just trying to make it seem like I wasn't surprised as shit when my hammer started shining. Like, yeah, I planned this, yeah. 16.
Damn. Okay. And I got a D20 roll as well, right?
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay. 13. Not bad. Not bad.
All right.
Gentleman's 13.
So as you have, I need to shut this door too. As you have gotten, looking out there, you can see that when the maul had glown, that the roar of the crowd really rose. And all the way in the back, Ferrari, you see Gran basically stand out of their seat, say, "You beat him down!"
Oh no, not Grand Puff. Oh yeah!
Yeah. Like while she's doing that, I'm yelling, Doric, and I'm doing the old Kurt Angle, yes, but I'm shooting firebolts into the sky as I'm doing it.
Not pyrotechnics in
WWE. I'm sorry, not Kurt Angle.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, thank you.
Yeah. So you are doing that, and Doric, because of your performance check, you raise your maul into the air and kind of see this like barrage from Ferrari. You kind of hear, for some reason, you kind of somehow hear Gran in your ear. Like, that's cool.
I'm definitely searching for her.
And with that, you gain an inspiration.
Yeah!
Oh no, this boy is cooked.
All right, and with that, we have come back to the mouse's turn. What are you doing here, buddy? All right. Okay. You see still the mouse in front of you, in all of that, in the crack. The mouse is kind of still holding itself up against the side walls of the stone. It basically puts one other hand out and flashes it in front of you, and in front of you appear 6 stones with cracks in them.
Illusion spell. Very nice. Kind of just look
Give
around
me a
a little
minute.
confused.
Give me a minute.
Desperation play. I mean, respect that magic hustle.
Yeah, definitely. I look down like you can yield,
You hear now from a couple different sides of you. Where's the fun in that?
Man, I miss having cleave option from 3.5. I just would have
done some things.
No, cleave is a feat, isn't it?
It used to be.
I think it is. I think it's a feat that you can get when you level.
That's where my feet would be if I still had one.
Right. Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents. All right, I guess I'm just gonna pick one and swing.
Okay. You can pick numbers 1 through 6.
All right. I'll just let the dice decide.
Go for it.
Number 6, I'm swinging at you.
You swing at number 6. As you swing at number 6, you feel absolutely nothing as your maul hits the ground, kind of hits the pavement.
Rude.
It disappears, flutters away.
All right. I guess I had my turn there.
Crowd meters going. Grim, would you hit the crowd either to help them out or help Doric or hurt the mouse?
Help Doric.
Okay. Good roll for it.
No, it is not a feat. I thought it was.
No, they got rid of it.
Well,
It is a weapon descriptor or weapon type
And
though.
would you also give me, Grim, a quick arcana?
11.
You've been watching for a little while now, Grim. You realize, even though this magic appears to be a lot of like fire and brimstone, it really doesn't feel like it. And it is a magic that you feel, as time goes on, much more familiar with. It feels very decayed, and in fact, dead itself. And you kind of realize that is not necessarily elemental magic as much as it is darker magic that is not for life. So you are able to obtain this bit of knowledge out there, and you also, as you're looking really hard, you can see that 2 of the rocks have not necessarily been composed the way they should have from this angle, and you can tell the 2 rocks on the left, the illusion is not really of substance on the back end. And you point it out to Doric.
Yeah. Over there.
Are you telling him to hit the ones that are not real?
Over there, a fake.
Okay, I just want to make sure I clarified that.
Not that one.
So you do know numbers 1 and 2 are fake now, Doric.
Okay.
And with that, it is back to the mouse. You hear a slight gurgle, and it appears that the mouse must be drinking something.
What you doing down there?
Trying to get back in the game.
You gonna share with the class? I say when I raise up my maul.
Hope not. And it is your turn, Doric.
All right, dice. What am I swinging at? 3, 4, 5. Oh, no D20. I didn't mean to roll you. All right, so no, that's a 2, so that's already been chosen. 4.
So, Doric,
I'm swinging down at number 4.
As you swing at number 4, you feel the maul in your hand shiver a bit, and it starts to glow. And as you get closer, are you swinging downward or sideways?
Oh, straight down. I'm whack-a-moling.
Okay. As you swing downward, you feel your strike hit the rock, and because it is cracked, you basically blast the side walls out while crumbling a lot of it.
Oh my God.
Would you please roll for damage?
Okay. Five. Anticlimactic 5.
Okay. You are because you bring it down so hard, you can feel that you can hear it as you have struck the mouse for 5 damage, and it also gets buried in a bit of rubble.
I kind of look around. I got it.
And with that, you don't really see anything, and you just hear All right, I can't move. I give up.
I kind of.
And with
Okay.
that, the crowd who hears none of that just kind of looks at you, still like you're fighting.
I raise them all up. I won.
The halfling runs out. He won! He won! It's his winner! Cheering ensues over the crowd who has just seen you fight this mouse. You also see now another two team of random people from the sidelines make their way over and start kind of pawing their hands through the rubble you have created towards the mouse. And you see them pull the mouse out and looking a lot worse for wear than it was. You're a winner! And the small child tries, the small halfling tries to raise your hand. They can't get it actually in the air all the way, so you have to continue it up.
I lift him with the child.
Oh, okay! The crowd cheers. Around you, onlookers, the crowd is ecstatic because they've been realizing that you must know that guy, as you have been indicating it. So you're getting a lot of like shaking shoulders in the crowd of really excited people.
Cool.
I continue my like ecstatic magic fireworks show, but it's now a mix of firebolt and eldritch blast into the sky. Just finger guns the show.
Not the finger guns.
So with that, we are gonna take a break. We'll be back, and you can set down set down the small halfling from there.
Yeah, there you go.
And the crowd seems very excited and but disperses a bit as they're trying to make their way out towards concessions and things. You can make your way back down to the locker room. As you do, you'll note that as you arrive, there is a team of healers down there as well. But you also see a note that you can have visitors. It has been relayed that you all up in the stands have a note that you can send a visitor down to Doric if you wish.
Who wants to be the hype man,
I'll go down
the pep
because
talker?
I also got heals.
Works.
Yeah.
If you
slink his way down there.
Yeah, I'm just like, if you got a guidance, give him a guidance.
You make your way down there, Grim. We're going to go right to you. Doric, you sit down, and boy, fighting that mouse was a lot more difficult than you anticipated, and you're feeling it, really feeling it.
Yeah. I wasn't underestimating the mouse, but at the same time, I was not expecting the mouse to do all that.
So as you get down there, they do start to work on you, seeing that you have some injuries. But Grim, when you make your way in, you can see there's some healers there, but you can sense there's definitely space for you to grant at least a bit of healing to get Doric back up to strength before the next fight.
I do that. So yeah, I will.
Oh, go ahead.
What are you at right now for health?
26. I'm pretty beat up. That mouse actually really did a number. Like I was not expecting this much damage.
All right. So first off,
mouse with one fireball.
Right, and all the hitting what's it called, magic missiles.
I am going to cast Prayer of Healing on you, which gives you 2d8 healing.
Go for
it. 14 points of healing,
nice.
and you get the experience of a short rest. So you can expend hit dice as well.
Nice. I'll let the healers do their thing though.
Nice. You get that nice little advantage. You feel like it's flowing into you, and you are able to take basically everything back in hit points wise, except
I did that just because I didn't know if you got anything back from short rests. So you would gain any like rages or anything. I don't know if it's a full rest or a short rest, but you do gain the benefits of a short rest. So whatever you get back from that, you do get back too.
Is that a class feature thing?
It's Prayer of Healing. Up to 5 creatures of your choice who remain within range of the spell's entire casting gain the benefits of a short rest. Also gain 2d8 hit points. The creature can't be affected by the spell again until it finishes a long rest.
Oh, it's the 2024 version of Prayer of Healing. That's why.
I want to ask you a question, Grim, because you have a level of flavor that's
Sure.
available to you now. You do note there are other competitors kind of around you. Do you want to extend that to anyone else since you know you can?
Well, they're all going to be going against Doric, right?
Well, you do see that the other people who are injured of any type is the archer from before and the mouse.
I'm not fighting the mouse again, so I ask you if you can heal the mouse. I respect the mouse.
I will do another healing word.
Okay. You do have that ability. You're able to give that out to the mouse as well, based on Doric's request. Now, I want to build off of your previous role. You do know that there's some level of dark magic coming along with the mouse here. Do you would like to do any level of exploration or otherwise with it?
I'm sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
Pick what you would like to roll on it.
And can I do a medicine check?
Go for it. Yeah.
Guidance. Fuck. That's going to be a 13.
Okay.
I do have a chaos die. I will throw in my last chaos die just for this. All right, that's got 17.
Okay. All right. For 17, as you have like feel some of the healing from your own magic into the mouse. It's one thing that strikes you really strangely is, this is a mouse that is not holding itself like a mouse. You kind of thought about it when you were like watching the fight, but you realize it. This is a mouse that seems like it is holding itself, healing itself, holding itself more in a human way than in an animal way.
Is this a weremouse?
You do not know if that would be the case.
So it's acting more human than animal, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, because you went for medicine. So in terms of the anatomy that you're feeling from this, its anatomy, how it's holding itself, and the musculature that must be the ability to do that and everything, it's a lot more human than a mouse would be.
Yeah.
And now you know.
I don't know how to take this. I want to say weremouse, but at the same time, I'm getting a necrotic, so I'm not sure if it's just an undead, like a reborn of some sort. Who knows?
Okay.
Could be an awakened mouse, maybe.
Awakened mouse.
Wow.
When you heal it, you do see from the mouse a bit of a narrowing of the eye and then a short thank you as they kind of return back to trying to sulk in their little section of the locker room.
Could I do something in the midst of healing?
You can
something.
Still, sure.
So while I'm doing that, I want to put my actual hands on the mouse while casting. It doesn't require me to, but I want to try and see if they have any blood or anything on them. If I can get just a little bit on my thumb, so when I walk away, I can see how that tastes.
Okay.
I don't know if that's possible.
Well, it is possible for the amount of blood. If that's somewhat that might be difficult because again, this is
I just
mouse.
need a dip in a thumb. If this thing was bleeding before, I wiped the blood away and then cast my magic.
Let me describe it. So again, this was it was wearing a red robe as a mouse, but Jorik basically based on size contemporary smashed a mountain on top of it. And for the size of a mouse, and with that in mind, it definitely is bleeding from the back of the ears.
Yeah, I just get a quick boop. Nothing to hurt. I'm just trying to wipe away, get a little bit. And then when I walk away after casting, I'm just gonna. Does that taste nasty? Does it taste fresh?
Okay, so we're gonna go. And I think this is gonna be an easy enough perception. You already had a medicine check. This tastes like regular active blood. You will get that sense of it. Now, give me Arcana check.
Guidance. Come on. No. Damn it. Fucking 13 again.
Okay. You were anticipating maybe tasting something dead or dying or something to that effect. You do not taste that, but as you do it, you do feel a ripple of power at some level, kind of jolt you slightly as you lick that, and that's a bit of an odd feeling.
Okay. I think I know what's happening here. At least what I think.
Okay.
The detective is on the case.
There's only two things in my mind, and after the description from that, it narrows it down to one.
Okay. Well,
but I don't have a full description, so I will go back to the group once we get back to the tavern and let them know.
so Dork, you have been able to heal everything but 5 points at this point. As you walk over, you realize, okay, they've posted the little tablet that the halfling was holding, and you see that as you're looking at it, your next opponent is the person who was in the mask that you saw from before.
Okay. I'm
So-
gonna use his short rest thingy to use dice to heal those missing 5 points.
Okay.
Since I'm down there,
Yeah, you have
and there's the clerics there, can I quickly ask, am I allowed to buff my friend before he goes into the next fight, or is that not allowed?
The
Basically want to cast aid and give him an extra 5 temporary hit points and max HP.
the clerics look around you for a moment. They kind of look for, it looks like they're looking for some really tall person, and they're not seeing anything. Like, yeah, not against any rule I got. Go ahead.
Cast aid, so you get an extra 5 temporary hit, and your hit point maximum goes up by 5, and you get 5 temp.
Nice. So my max is 54. The bonus from this makes it 59, and then I get 5 more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And with that, you hear a bit of a bell that seems to signal a second round. Now, we're going to go quickly up to Virari and Zari. In the midst, you can see that people, more as vendors, were going around trying to sell bits of meats on sticks and things in order to entice the crowd, and other little vendors and things too. Who would like to do the perception check at the moment?
I'll pass it to Zari. I'll give him guidance on this one,
Yeah, he can do it.
and guidance assistance since I did it the last time.
Okay, sounds good then. Oh, that's a natural one.
Well, you got the assistance, so
Yes. So reroll.
2 rolls with assistance. Because you get the guidance on top of the assistance.
Okay. So that's a 16 plus the guidance is a 1d4. Total.
All right, 18. So you're going to note, other than the people in the crowd you noted before, you're going to note 2 other things. You see, close. You're kind of thinking about back to your week of like history and things like that, and you realize you're in a place with a lot of people at this point. And as you look out, there's 2 different directions you kind of are looking at. Down the row on your left-hand side, you see an old couple that seem oddly familiar, who are sitting together down there at the end, kind of shuffling around a bit on the end of their row. On the opposite side of you, you see someone who is in a chair that is a wheelchair, who's being pushed around by a larger suit wearing golem. So it seems like they seem very much, if you were trying to see folks who are older or some level of distinguishment, those are the two directions you have the ability to go into.
Elderly couple and sorry, who was the other one?
You see a woman who is a half-elf sitting in a wheelchair that is being pushed around by a... I'm not using the right person. Hold on, let me pick the right person as a character for this one, because there's a specific character doing this with them. We find them. They're a Goliath, not a golem. They're Goliath. There's a Goliath in a suit pushing them around.
That does sound familiar. Does the Goliath have a bow tie?
No, he does not.
But bow ties are cool.
Yes, bow ties are cool. I'm just remembering our rendezvous with the people in that tavern. The tavern.
I am going to give you an opportunity right now. Sorry. Sorry. We're going to go back to that history. And you can do history with advantage right now.
Okay.
Because you brought it up.
Bow tie.
Yeah, the bow ties. Yeah, the bartender and then a bunch of other Goliath, that gang and the... I have it written down. It's actually getting a little extensive now at this point with all the notes, so... History with advantage. That's an 18.
Nice.
Zara, you have a moment thinking, wow, that Goliath, I wonder if make sure they didn't have a bow tie because of that one Goliath you met the one time. It occurs to you in this moment that though you did not see it on the Goliath, thinking back over the last, hour or two, you realize that the masked person from the first match was wearing a bow tie.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what I want to do with that. I don't suppose... I don't suppose the, I guess I could tail after the... I guess I could tail after the suit Goliath wheeling, chairing the half-elf for a little bit, see if they're talking or not. If they don't have anything particularly interesting to say, then I guess I'll go bother the elderly couple.
All right, give me just a stealth check real quick.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Awesome.
Yo.
Nice.
You blend into the crowd who's making their way around with, trying to pick up drinks and pick up things, and you seat yourself next to another Aarakocra who is in the crowd and a human next to them who seems like they just had an open space where somebody just got up. It is about a row behind the half-elf woman and the Goliath. You are sitting behind them and you hear the following exchange. Good showing by them so far. I mean that. At least the mouse put up a good fight. Yes, mistress. It's not like I can't be out there. No, you're doing more important things here, and you know that. But did you give it to him? Yes, I did. I followed instructions, and he has it. Lord only knows what he's going to use it for. Well, if he's smart, he'll use it to make quick work of the... Who's next on the card? The one with the garden implement, right? Well, you can call it that, but he was rather effective with that versus that maniacal mouse. Well,
Ooh, I like the name for that. Maniacal mouse.
well, to each their own, and he seems pretty powerful, but if he uses it correctly, he won't have any chance either. But who knows? This is why we do these things. Yes, mistress. Well, you'd do it for family too, wouldn't you? Yes. And I'd also like to get out there and do it myself sometime. All in good time, dear. All in good time. She also waves over to what appears to be a vendor with rather nice drinks. Amongst the vendors walking around, waves them down, grabs a drink, hands them a gold. They seem to huddle away quickly. And that is what you got. They are just otherwise just hanging about.
I'm honestly not really comprehending what was said, like out of character.
That's fair.
So the old half elf gave something to someone, and then they were referencing Doric.
Sounds like that person's about to fight Doric.
Oh. Okay. That makes okay, so person who will fight Doric. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so and Doric was pretty effective against the mouse. Okay. Okay then, so I guess I will go and try to eavesdrop on the couple, see if they have anything particularly interesting to say.
All right. Make your way over to them. One more quick stealth check.
Ooh, I'm on fire tonight. That's
Right?
a 25.
Good job.
Okay. They are on the other side. You make your way over to them and blend right behind them in a very similar seated position. They're just kind of milling about, but as you see, it's not like they're moving or anything, but anytime anyone passes by them, you see like a flash of their hands a bit.
A flash of their hands. Okay.
Yep. Good crowd, dear. Oh, yes, dear. Great crowd. Wonderful and generous today. Flash, flash.
Are they stealing?
It's
It's these people.
It comes to you, these are the folks you have met previously out and about who they do seem like the gentleman is now wearing a large beard, which is a different color than their hair, and that the woman is now a shade of red colored hair that you didn't see them in before.
Okay.
This is a good place. We can take our time here. The more we learn about it, the better, right? Yes, dear. It's very nice. Again, it's the time we taken. We should actually give those library books back, shouldn't we? Well, yes, it's a library. It's not the same kind of thing. We shouldn't deprive everyone. It's not like fancy books that we can then sell back anyway. Good point. We should go in one of the houses and see if we can get a stack of books too. Read and then make money. Yes, dear, that's why I'm the brains. It's the books. And you just see flash, flash. As any time people are passing them, they are making a quick jaunt into anyone passing by them.
No, stolen goods are up for grabs.
I kind of. I don't know if I would really want to steal from them, if I would rather just talk to them.
Stealing from thieves is not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm not there.
It depends. You gotta have the. This is a certain thing. The library books they mentioned. I'm sorry. Did they say that they stole the library books, or that they have books that are library books?
A little bit of both those things are accurate.
Okay. Why don't? Yeah. Let's see. Do they seem to have the books like visibly on them?
You do see on their seats, because they're not seated right now, 2 books sitting there.
I guess we can push my luck a little bit. Let's try to take the books. What? Yeah, let's try. Actually, I don't know if those are the library books, because
If you're going to try to take them, are you doing it stealthily just to grab?
yeah.
All right, sleight of hand, please.
Doing good so far.
Yeah, a lot of high rolls here. Woo.
What the what?
You should have been the one fighting tonight.
Right?
So, Zari, he finds that you're able to get the books, because they're just so immersed in just taking stuff from people around them. You just kind of slide your way to the other side, grab the books, and kind of nonchalantly keep going. You find yourself now in possession of a book that says the Rich and Famous of Enferacuse.
Okay.
And then
These motherfuckers.
I think you can see where that's going there. I'm glad you can see where it's going there, Ferrari. And then you also see a book that is about plumbing.
Oh, that could be useful, actually.
So, you now are in possession of those 2 books.
Okay. Cool.
These are some sneaky motherfuckers.
Wish I had your foresight right now.
Hmm?
No, because he's put it together. I have not.
I have no idea.
Well, using the book of the Enferacuse Rich and Famous, and then also, I'm just thinking the plumbing book. Was this about was this the local like the local plumbing, or is this just a book of plumbing knowledge?
Zari hasn't opened it yet, and I am going to make sure I ask before you open books in the future. We've had this conversation.
I would say fuck you, but you're right. I feel so called out. Instead of opening a book and getting hit with a tree, I just get hit with like sewer water.
I'll like open it in the alley or something. It'll be fine.
So you're going to wait till later when we're not in the giant arena. Is that what I'm going to take away from this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll hold on to those for later. I have written them down. They are here. We will get back to them. As you make your way back, Ferrari, while you were there, you were greeting. It seems like there was a couple empty seats next to you, so now you have sitting next to you Eloise and Tobias, who have made their way over to where you guys are. So they're now seated next to you. Okay.
Oh, I'm going over the hit by hit combat that Doric had with the mouse man.
Okay.
Be like, did you see that flash of light when he hit the rock? Holy hell!
I got so excited about it. I wonder if he can do that back at the inn.
You know, I'm going to be asking him about that hammer. I don't remember it being able to do that before.
Again, shining and hitting things. We can get rocks for that. That'd be fun.
I just realized too something that I have as well. This is the mouse that's talking to. Wait, no, that's somebody else. It sounded like it was the same person.
That was Eloise there. That was Eloise specifically.
My bad.
Similar voice, hard for me to modulate that one a little differently, but that makes sense. So you have them sitting next to you now. The bell goes off, and you all in the crowd kind of get the indication to sit back down. Grim, you have made your way back up into the stands. And as you make your way up, Doric, you note that your fight with the masked man is first.
All right.
You feel you're now, is because you're really paying attention, and they're your opponent. They're introduced as Machiko, and Machiko makes their way out in front of you. You're taking the opposite side, where you're taking where the mouse was standing this side.
Okay.
And as they make their way over there, you see that they seem to be like pawing their rapier, but also pawing something out of their bag. You want to give me a perception check?
Sure. Bloop. My perception's been on point today. 21.
You see as they reach into their pouch, they pull out something that has a flash of pink purple that they are clutching in their left hand. With that, the small halfling makes their way up with their thing, says, "Remember, good clean fight, no killing, no out of the ring or arena, okay? And begin." And you hear a big old cheer from the crowd as he says begin. The gentleman who is across from you, who is in a dark mask that is not very adorned, dark black suit with a cutlass at their side and bags around them and pockets, just basically takes their left hand and, let's see it, and shoves it like it down into the rock at their feet. When they are just slamming it down to the ground. Things are going to happen, which you're all going to experience something here. So, Grim, you are watching this from afar. You feel a gust of air, and that sensation that you were looking for in the blood of the mouse, you lightly now smell it on the wind.
Eyes of the grave.
There is a glow out and about now that was not there before. Perceptive in the air, not in any level of figure, but something.
Faithful undead.
Pause that for a minute. We're going to get there in a minute.
Okay.
Zari,
Uh-huh.
you are going to sense alongside that that there's such of a sound, like just you can perceive it slightly, just kind of going through the air a bit. It sounds something very similar to what you felt. It is a sound that you remember back when you were traveling to that strange place just outside of Enferacuse.
In the woods?
In the woods of a sort. It's a sound that's just, you felt at the time was just kind of must be the sound of that weird woods. You can kind of hear it now.
I kind of just put my hands on Zari and Ferrari, kind of like, just not even like grabbing them. I just kind of do one of those like,
Yeah.
something's coming.
Ferrari, you are right now at the start of this match sitting right next to Eloise. Eloise, as soon as you see the begin, basically puts their head in their hands.
Oh shit. Can I like launch myself at Eloise?
Oh, I put my hand on her shoulder.
These things are happening simultaneously, folks. We're gonna go simultaneous here, okay?
When I hear her react, my hand is like on her shoulder, and I just kind of like, I don't squeeze down, but like I just sort of put a little extra pressure, like, steady, girl, steady. What's wrong?
Ow, my head. And their head is in their lap. Doric, you see this person slam this into the ground. Two things start to happen.
Okay.
You hear this around you, and you don't necessarily understand where it's coming from. It doesn't even seem to be coming from your opponent
Got it.
across the. You just hear the sound as you're kind of looking around to hear. You eventually just make your way, clocking your own mall. And as you look at it, what has not been there until this very moment, you peering at it, you see this strange flower wrapped around the handle of your maul. You've seen this flower before that you had thought picked up and discarded before leaving the strange forest you visited. That
Oh.
flower is now in full bloom on your mall. Oh, it's time.
Could you kindly get off my weapon?
As you're saying that, around you and around especially your opponent in front of you suddenly appears on this sandy area that's been prepared for battle. Tufts of grass. Tufts of grass start sprouting everywhere. It is all over you and all around the area of that field. Ferrari, in front of you, you also peer down as grass starts growing out of the rocks of the stands in front of you. And in your mind, you hear, oh, that.
I sort of nod internally and go, okay, shit's getting real. I look at Tobias past Eloise. I'm like, get her back to the inn now.
Back up comes out in your head, Ferrari. And as you have that, and I will assume maybe back up following the voice in your head, suddenly these small tufts of grass grow 2.5, 3 feet in size in sharp pushes out of tufts. Not just grass, but what appears to be grass that is more than grass. The simplest thing around you is that Doric, you hear a scream in front of you as one of these blades of grass has pierced through the arm of your opponent. And Zari, in front of you, you see that there was a stand where there was a stand crowd. There sits now impaled a city guard on a bunch of grass. And with that, we are going to end our session for the evening. And with a bit of growth along the way.
I see what you said there.
I see it. You see what I did there. And it has been a fun night in Enferacuse. We are going to go to our delightful party to plug away their own things and check out some cool stuff. So Ferrari, we're going to start with you and we'll make our way across.
Okay, hello. I'm Ferrari. Also go by Cregan on the Discords and stuff. You'll find me here almost every Friday, either playing here in this campaign or on the Ericton Rising Nemesis Queen, which has been on a bit of a pause because of just scheduling issues. It happens to the best of us. But I play over there. I play an Astral Elf Druid that's a bit of a hippie wanderer type of dude. But yeah, just come by here every Friday. Look for us either with Concleod and crew or for the others, and also on other nights for other campaigns. I will go and point this way, and yes, I did it right. I'm getting used to pointing to the opposite direction. Dork, you're up.
Yeah, okay. I am Dorak, Masher of Mice, and let's say Ritter of Rats. Today, I don't really have an online handle, but I do play on Sweet Tea's Monster Hunter with family on Sundays. Catch us this Sunday because I'm pretty sure we're going to be trying out the new Monster Hunter Wild game that is currently on beta. head us on there for some monster having fun if we don't get eaten first. Yeah. Passing it to let's go to Grim.
Hello, I am Grim. I am also Gray in the Discord. I run Planescape Edge of the Void, which with Conclave, myself, and a couple other spacefaring adventurers. Come check us out this Tuesday with I think everybody should be good to go. I'm trying to push us out of this little area that we've been in for the past month. So hopefully, yeah, tune in, see what happens. And over to Sorry.
Hello. I played Sorry tonight. Tabaxi Rogue of apparently impressive stealthiness tonight. So I do, like Doric said, we play on Sweet Tea Games on Sundays, most Sundays, and I believe, yes, like Doric said, we'll be trying out Monster Hunter Wilds, the beta, for this limited time open beta duration. So hopefully that'll go well. Hopefully we can play and we'll be streaming. All right. That's all I got to say right now. Oh, almost. And my tag is Wolfie. That's it. That's everything now.
And I am Concleod, your evil DM. You'll find me here at Evils and Enferacuse on several other games here. You'll find us in the Discord. It is a great way to help our channel by anything you do here as well as in the Discord and supporting us there. All the money goes back into being able to create fun games for everyone and have a good time. There's really great work there. You'll find me on TikTok and Instagram under Concleod. I am now reviewing board games on a regular basis, so if you're looking or a board game player or another game player, you'll find me there. It is also, you'll find me now apparently wrestling at the SRG Universe card wrestling game online with my persona, the Influencer, and that kind of world too, doing stuff. And beyond that, you'll find me at random donut shops across the country as I fill my face with donuts. So, feel free to join us as we do that and keep being awesome along the way. Thank you for coming with us. You can join us later on by seeing our schedule in the Discord. We'll be on some other Fridays this month and we'll be putting those out there soon. But otherwise, keep being evil, keep letting chaos reign, and have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Laters.